Hello children, how are you all? I hope everybody is good, fine, healthy, with good immune system. So children, I welcome you all on behalf of Sarat School and I'm your social science teacher Shri Vidya Muthuvel. Today in our interaction session, we will know what exactly social science is, children. Let us move on to the next slide. In this slide, what you can see, children? Yes, we can see that our earth is moving. It is rotating. We all know, children, the earth rotates around itself and it revolves around the sun. When it revolves around the sun, we do face season changes, children. And while it is revolving, it rotates by itself. And while it is rotating, the rotation causes the day and night structure, children. So, the presentation of this image relates to social science. Why social? Because upon our Mother Earth, we all live and survive. Not only we, but the other living things as well. And why science, children? Just now I told you that the Earth's revolution causes seasonal changes, right? And the Earth's rotation gives us the day and night. Now, to study this, we need logic. Yes, wherever reasonable aptitude or wherever logical reasoning has been applied, that particular area goes under science. And why it is social? Because it has been studied about the living being. So this is only a part, children. If you can see, for example, if you take Maharashtra, say, and Maharashtra is in India. In the last lecture, we studied that India comes under the ancient continent, yes, and we lie in the northern hemisphere, yes, and we have the imaginary line Tropic of Cancer passing through. So, when you see, when we live in Maharashtra and we are belonging to Pune, so due to the revolution of the earth, we are facing seasonal changes, children, right? So we are being socially adopted to the climate that we face. See, for 3 months if we are facing monsoon, we are going to get accordingly dressed up like that. We are going to wear raincoat, jackets and all. And when we go to winter, we are with our woolen shrugs, woolen sweaters, right? And when we come to summer, we are dressed up with cotton cloths. So what are we? We are changing our attires every season. Why? This happens only because the scientists have studied the seasons accordingly and our body knows what is the requirement at the particular season, children. So this particular definition comes under social science where our earth has been studied. Clear? So let us move to the next slide, children. In this slide, children, what we can see, to our right hand side, we can see a group of people sitting around the earth that is rotating or moving, children. That goes back to our definition. Social science is the study of the activities of the physical and social environment, children. What do you mean by the study of the physical? Physical is the study of the earth. Yes, children, we have studied the layers of the earth. It is the study not only of the earth, children, and its layers, but it is the study of the human behavior as well. Let us take it through an example, children. We all know Deforestation is the main problem in the 20th century. We all plant trees, yes, and due to the rise in population and the demand of houses, the forests have been chopped out and deforested, and the houses have been built. What happens? Trees are the physical phenomena of the earth, right? And when they are chopped off to the core, it disturbs the social ecological balance, children. Yes, we face the climate changes, we feel more heat, right? So due to the physical activity of deforestation, the consequences are faced by us, means our action reflects the reaction. So through this example we can clearly state that social science is the study of the activities of the physical and social environment, like how our action is going to be the the reflection what we are going to get back from the nature. So basically it is the study of human relations or the scientific study of human society. Yes, what do you mean by human relations, children? For example, we all know that human has evolved from the ape age to the age we are today. So apart from studying the physical and social factors, it is the study of human relations. So from the ape age, how we have developed. Yes, so it is our study in a more scientific way. Our behavior has changed, our thoughts, our thinking structure has been changed during this evolution, children. So basically when we learned history, we learned man ate raw fishes, plants, fruits, raw fruits, flowers, etc. Then simultaneously slowly he came towards agriculture. Through agriculture he learned everything, right? He started to hunt fishes also, animals also. Gradually he was developing, right? So the human mind has been changed in the centuries, children. So it is the study of human relations or the scientific study of human society. Human society is our, in the 21st era, we cannot act more like a ape man. So why our study, like why humans have to be studied scientifically? To understand the need, children, the need. For example, say if we see people living in slum area, okay, their basic need is different from the needs of the people of the city area, correct? So to study them, one has to go down to their level, correct, and study. So obviously the result from the slum area people will be totally different from the data collected from the people living in the city areas. So this goes that it is the scientific study of the human society. So the next point, it deals with humans, and with humans their relationships. Relationships, how our relationship is been compared to social science over here. We can see India is a diversified country. Diversity is being the crucial factor for our country. But even though if we are following democracy and diversity, there are certain things that adds up fuels while there are riots. Say we have seen the Hindu Muslim riots. Yes, due to some misunderstanding this happens. What happens? This due to this, only the religion part comes into the front page. Say you are Hindu and you are Muslim, and with this, things in the mind, people forget that they belong to India and they are following the democratic system. What happens during this riots is they are only concentrated on their religious factors. What happens in the riots? We all know people get beaten up, the buses have been littered up, correct? So this creates the social disturbance, children. So here the human mentality is studied, why this has happened. Clear? So clearly it deals with it deals with the humans, their relationships, their behavior, why they must have been participated in the riots, what might be the reason, okay, and development and resources they use, and many kinds of organizations they need to carry in their daily life, like their workplace, school, family, government, etc. So everything comes into consideration when a human has to be studied in all the aspects, children. So it is the study of the human relations in a more scientific way. So they have given examples, right? See, while in the workplace, school, we all work, right, in different places. So everywhere our psychology has been studied, children. Only when a human being, a human is a social creature, and only when he is being studied in a more logical way, the more effective outcomes we can see. So this particular slide, I think I have explained you well and you have got well. Let us go to the next slide, children. In the slide, children, you can see pictures demonstrating subjects like chemistry, physics, mathematics, technology, etc. Now, apart from these subjects, we are going to study or learn why social science is important in studying these factors, children. So, getting back to the importance of social science, you can see in the recent years, STEM, that is science, technology, engineering and maths sciences, have received the majority of investment and support from government, universities, etc. While these subjects are no doubt important, the importance of social sciences should not be ignored. This particular point, children, very clearly states, for example, to explore science. Okay. For example, while exploring science, a rocket has to be sent. Correct? A rocket has to be sent. How are they going to send? Do they only study the calculations, children, in science? Is only chemistry and physics nearly okay to just launch a rocket to see the chemical proportion and the amount of speed that it is going to take? No. Of course, first they are going to study the weather conditions, the wind directions. Yes, this comes under social science, children. This facilitates science. Social science facilitates science. Yes. So technology. What is technology? We can see satellites are there, right? For example, our mobile phones. We all know we get signals through satellites and from the towers, correct? Now, how it is going to be figured out? It is obviously going to be figured out only by the study of our Mother Earth, its conditions, the weather conditions, correct? So, No, these important subjects, they cannot stand alone. They are not standalone subjects, children. They have to take social science into the consideration. If you have seen the movie Mission Mangal, you can coordinate these examples, correct? And so on. So it is very, very essential that the social sciences should not be ignored. It is only because of them the other subjects are existing, or we can say they are put or on one plate. Second, in fact, in areas such as social and primary care, the judicial system, and business, to name a few, social science is extremely important and necessary. What do you mean by social and primary care, children? Social, we all know that how we are going to coordinate as human being to one another, right? So when you take the primary care, for example, if you take teachers, those are teaching in the primary sections, say, the most important job is to understand the child's psychological level. Yes, getting down to their level. Here you can see the study of human behavior in a more scientific way, right? Without understanding the child, you cannot make him, initially you cannot put the roots in them of becoming the doctor or engineer or scientist, whatever it is. So getting down to their level, understanding their psychology is at most important when they are taken care of. Then the second example is of the justice system. We all know the justice system. Under 18 years, they treat the people as the juvenile term. We all have come through many crime cases. Okay, so we all know the Nirbhaya case. That is very bad that had happened. But all the four were hanged. But the fifth one, being a juvenile, he was given 10,000 rupees and the machine. Okay, so why would have the justice system have thought this particular thing can change the mind of the person who had been in this criminal act? So you can see that the age difference have been differentiated. Above 18 years they have hanged, and below 18 years they have supported him, just keeping into consideration, keeping into the study of the psychological development of that particular person, that if the government acts like this, the changes would come like this. So this is the study of the human behavior, children, correct? The study of the justice system. And businesses, say business is going good. We all know Reliance was established long back, when we had a 500 mobile phone, the small one. Okay, it did not go well in the markets, because at that time we had Idea, we had Airtel, Vodafone, striking their rates up, correct? So that time, as a mobile, it did not work. Okay, now during that time, okay, like Anil Ambani say, or Mukesh Ambani, they did not give up their will. They understood how to do business. Okay, this is only mobile phone I'm taking as an example. They have many other industries they run. Okay, so now during this time they established JioSIM, and today more than 90% of population in India is using Jio. Yes, how did they come to know that after putting, establishing or emerging Jio into the market can be a good strategy for their business? Of course, they have studied the psychology of the human beings. the nature, the social nature of the human beings in India. Yes, if this is the package what we are going to give, yes, obviously this is going to be an hit. So initially they gave us free, yes, slowly they started charging us, and today the expense has gone up. But yes, even today the rates are at competitive level. Today also the plans are more cheaper than the rival, this one, like rivals like Airtel and Vodafone. Okay, rivals are not enemies children, like the competitors I'm telling. So I give you three examples of the social, of the primary and the justice system and the business as well. Okay, so it is therefore very important that this educational imbalance, what is educational imbalance? Taking only math, science into consideration and ignoring the social sciences, this should not happen. Okay, so this educational imbalance should be addressed, and more support has to be provided to the social sciences. Clear, children? Let us move to the next slide. In this slide, children, we are going to study the branches of social studies, that is social science. Starting with history. History is evolution of man, evolution of mankind, yes, then evolution of places as well. We studied about monuments that are alive still today, say Aga Khan Palace, Taj Mahal, etc. Then the second is sociology, that is studying the people in a more social way, in a more scientific way, as I told you before. Geography includes all about our earth and the geographical condition that exists around us. Geology, it is the study, specialization of the study that one does to study how earthquake occurs, how a flood occurs, etc. Politics, we all know very well about the government structure. How does it work according to their bifurcations? Then law, I just now gave you an example of law. Yes, how they scientifically study the nature of the man and design the laws accordingly. Government, to structure the government, the study is important. When the constitution was designed, yes, the people's thoughts, their needs were taken into consideration, then the constitution was designed. Then archaeology. Then we come to anthropology. What is anthropology? The people who study how man has evolved gradually, right from his behavior, from the cultural existence now, etc. Then comes linguistics. What is linguistics? Our language, for example, say English. So how English has evolved gradually, how the new words and the new vocabularies are taken into consideration while we communicate. Then the international relations we have, right? All countries have cordial relationships, children. Yes, so there are some laws that are been bided to keep the cordial relationships. So even if the trade has been taking place in India with the out countries, say import, there are certain trade policies, the international trade policies that has to be carried out so that the peace has been maintained. Clear? Not only in trade but many other things. Then that is international relations. Then comes a psychology. I gave you example of a teacher in the last slide. Like not only the teacher, but to develop a good society, human mind has to be studied according to the segregations of the society, children. Clear? Now let us go back to the slide presentation. While for many people the words social sciences may conjure up images, conjure up is bring up images
of social workers or teachers. Means to some people, the word social science will only sum up with the images of social workers or teacher. That is very irrelevant actually. This is a gross misunderstanding of the range of roles available within this discipline, as well as the impact it has on the wider world. Just now we studied the branches of social studies, children. Yes, so I told you in the last slide, without understanding human psychology, or without understanding the mother earth, we cannot do anything potentially. Clear? So for the relevant outcomes, social science should be considered as the wider aspect. Clear? So in general, social sciences focus on the study of society and relationship among individuals within the society. Only when the government knows this, it can work for us, children. Not every state, for example, if we take the situation of coronavirus, not every state has put a lockdown in the same manner, correct? Somewhere they have studied us according to the regions we belong to, that is the red zone, orange zone, or the green zone. Yes, this is the research, the study of the human activities, and accordingly we have been put into. So it focuses on the study of the society and the relationships among the individuals within the society. So social science covers a wide spectrum of subjects including economics, political science, sociology, history, archaeology, anthropology, and law. Archaeology, we all know archaeologists. Yes, they study the remains, whatever have been found that was used by the ancient people. They study the material, their existence, what they are made up of, etc. Clear, children? Let us go to the next slide. In the slide, children, we can see a doctor very empathetically carrying our country, India, into her arms. On her face, we can see the utmost care and the properties of empathy being revealed out while she is carrying our country into her arms. This is one aspect of understanding the country and the crisis that it is facing through, children. Let us go back to the slide. So in comparison to STEM science, that is your science, technology, engineering, and mathematical science, in comparison to that, social science is able to provide insight where you can see through. It provides the insight into how science and innovation work. Science is the study of the human psychology, say, yes, or the new scientific methods that has been implemented for operating people. Yes, so how the science and innovation work together. What is innovation? Innovative is something creative you do, something new you do. In the later slides, I told you the anthropologists, they study the evolution of man. So even doctors, they have seen the man's evolution gradually. So the way they were operating earlier is very different the way they are operating us now. So only when they understand the steps of the evolution of man, here the science and the innovation goes hand in hand. The way the man has evolved, studying that, the way science has also evolved, children. So that is why it is written social science has the effect that as it is the science of science. Clear? It is the science of science means without studying human you cannot discover science. So social science and science are correlated. In particular, social scientists. Social scientists are doctors, are archaeologists, yes, and so on. We studied the branch, right? The branch of science where the archaeologists, the anthropologists, yes, the teachers, the doctors, these all come under the category of the social scientists, children, because they work for the people. So in particular, social scientists are equipped. Equipped means they are already having the instruments. Clear? Equipped with analytical communication skills that are important throughout many industries and organizations. Instruments, your brain, your knowledge. Yes, your brain is your instrument carrying variety of knowledge you are specialized in. Yes, as we studied, the anthropologist will be specialized in how he is going to study the evolution of man. Yes, so over here they are very well equipped with the analytical and communication skills that are important throughout many industries. Example of industries we can take, for example, a person has to set up a new industry in an area. Okay, now he has to determine the quality of the place where he is putting an industry, whether it is good or whether it is the earthquake zone. So he is definitely going to take help of the geologist. Yes, geologists are the person who study the land. Yes, who study the structure of the earth. They can tell whether this area is good or it is going to be hit by earthquake more often, or is the earthquake going to cause more damage to this particular part. So this is the study of the earth as well as the humans also, children. So it is the analytical communication skills that are important throughout many industries. I told you, I gave you the example of industries and organizations as well. I told you without understanding human psychology, if we take example of school, so we have in this modern era we have the psychologists getting involved into the classroom where they study the behavioral changes of the children, what is causing them to be distracted from the studies or what is the problem they are facing. So there the psychologists are studying the behavior of the children so that the children are given a proper guidelines to be followed and he or she can be trained properly. So this particularly influences the importance of social science, children. Let us go to the next slide. In this slide, children, you can see the image of social platforms, say Google, you can see Pinterest, you can see Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, Instagram, etc. Yes, so whenever we are using these accounts, we are being obviously watched out by our social scientists, not deliberately, but whenever the situation arises to be seen into. So let us see, what do social scientists do? What is their role? So social scientists are involved with solving many of the world's biggest issues such as violent crime, cyber security, etc. Social scientists are police department. The people that are been involved, that is the police inspectors, yes, they are social scientists. Why they are considered as scientists? Because wherever the crime scene is occurred, obviously they are going to do and investigate, right? So what does investigation means? It relates to the scientific probing. To probe is to ask the information about, the scientific probing of the truth to be revealed. So these people, the police, are the social scientists to our society. They are socially working for us, as they are considered as social scientists. And cyber security, etc. Cyber security is what nowadays we do bank transactions and all, children. Sometimes our accounts gets hacked. There is loss of money, right? So to observe this, we have the people working in cyber cell, where they are responsible for our security, that is our social security. So these people also come under social scientists, where they have to do research what might have caused for this account to be hacked. It is not easy, children, to actually find out the information, because nowadays the hackers are highly, educated. Even the hackers, those who are into the wrong terms, right, they are very very highly proficient in their work, and they challenge the people. They are able to challenge the people working in the cyber security as well. We can very well understand, to understand the criminal psychology, first the cyber cell people have to analyze what must have made that person do that, and what tactics might he had used to hack that particular account. So even these people come under social scientists. Now they have profound effects on every part of society. That's correct. In the 21st century, we cannot go into the web world just like that. There has to be something that has to ensure our security. Among the important role that social science can play is in fighting the spread of infectious disease. Okay, for example, you can say, if you take the example of corona as the infectious disease, I'm just taking an example, how social sciences are playing an effective way. People are asked to distance themselves. Yes, how they are telling? They have studied the nature of virus. They have studied the nature of virus present in the people. So they have asked us to at least keep 2-meter distance from each other. They have asked us to wear mask and all. So along the doctors are also the social scientists, as I told you in the previous slide. Children, let us go to the next slide. In the last slide, children, we saw the example of coronavirus, yes, the emergence of it and what precautions we have to take for it. Similar virus named Ebola, it emerged in West Africa. So while taking the solution for Ebola, while solving this, the problem naturally rested on developing a clearer understanding of the pathogens involved. First, whenever the virus is being found in human body, so the doctors, what are their primary needs? To understand how this virus has been involved, how did it enter the body. So this comes under social science. So the doctors have to have a very clear vision of understanding how the pathogens were involved. The pathogens are the small bacteria or virus that goes into the body. First, primarily you have to study that, and increasing investment in drugs. this example we can take for coronavirus, where we had seen that India had sent n number of hydrochlorine tablets to US. Clear? So here US had invested for the hydrochlorine tablets for the cure for corona. So they did not just simply order the amount of hydrochlorine tablets. First they studied the social structure, the number of infected people or the people that might be infected, and then they ordered the number of hydrochlorine tablets to India. So this comes under the investment in drugs. There were a number of social sciences needs as well. So for this, to study this, the social science comes into the picture, children. In particular, it was necessary to understand the people who were suffering from the disease as well as the wider society in which they were living. So if we take again coronavirus as an example, children, so we all know we have been divided into red, orange and green zones, correct? This comes due to our habits. Clear? Due to the habits the society has been following, say particular area has been following, that is the reason why people are less infected in orange zone, or there are no cases in green zone and there are more cases in the red and the contaminated zones. So to understand that, see, the example is the doctors needed to understand how people's attitudes were shaped towards such things. We can just have an example. For example, if we say a laborer, okay, he washes hands, you know, due to coronavirus they can wash hands more frequently, but normally they wash hands in a very less manner because of their background. It is not because they are laborers, it's because of their backgrounds, because our cultural background, it affects more the social background, the society we live in, we learn, right? So it depends upon our learning as well. So if we take the example of the laborer and well educated man, he washes his hands frequently. So ultimately what happens is some society is following the different rules. Yes, they are less hygiene, and the other society, the educated society, say they understand and they are hygiene and they are segregated, they come into orange zone or in the green zone. So social science, it requires the study of scientific attitude of the people, children. So you can see over here how people's attitudes were shaped towards such things by as hand washing and other sanitary behaviors. Only even if you know, a person has to go use the washroom and come back, he or she has to wash the hands, but this particular habit is not with everyone, we know that. So it was also necessary to inquire into larger societal questions such as why do states fail and how can they be rebuilt and strengthened. Inquire is a formal investigation, yes children, and we all know that if we stay in Pune also, the paths have been bifurcated accordingly. So the person who is in charge of that particular area, he has to take into consideration why as a area in his sector is failing to come under orange zone or green zone from the red zone. So for that, people has to be studied in a more minute way, and their behavioral acquaintances have to be studied in a very detailed manner, so that we can come out through this crisis, children. Let us get to the next slide. In this slide, children, this is the perfect example how social science is important and how it correlates with the other sciences. So here is an interesting example of the UK's Home Office that has brought together engineers, criminologists and auto manufacturers in order to figure out how to build cars that are more difficult to steal. What do you understand this by these children? They have brought down the engineers, yes, who designed the car. They have brought down the criminologists who can study the psychology of the people. How they can study the cycle of the people? By the previous experiences, yes, how the previous car was manufactured, what were the techniques the criminals used to break into the car, and the auto manufacturers, that is the manufacturer of that particular car. So to see substantially children, only engineers are needed to design a car, but here three people have come together. Why? To figure out what exactly is the need of the customer and how a criminal can affect the customer by breaking into his car. So the criminologists over here, scientifically the engineer has finished his work, right, by applying his innovation and technology, everything. But even over here the criminologists, okay, our social scientists role is very crucial to make the engineer understand how can a criminal think when he wants to break into the car. Their idea can give birth to new innovation for the engineer to work in a more substantial and an innovative manner. So here all the three sectors are benefiting, and when the car has been bought by a buyer, even he is benefited. So we all come into the societal aspects. The insight that criminologists can provide into the reasons why people steal as well as their methods is of particular importance to this project. So along with social science, yes, the social science has to go hand in hand. So children, I hope I have explained you what social science exactly is. In this years, concluding years, we have studied social sciences has only history, geography, politics, and in 9th standard you have economics. Economics is, children, the study of the economic growth of the country. Yes, you are going to study about the funds, the investments, your returns, everything. So economics is the new subject to the 9th standard students, children. Okay, and social science is a subject where you have to deal it in a more social way rather than taking it as a subject and mugging up the things in children. Wherever you find a lesson, read it, get information of the background. You can put it down in the flow chart or make a tree diagram. Do anything that can help you out to order the sequences of the occurrence of the lessons you are studying. This can help you manage very well, and this will create a good innovative creation in yourself, children. You have to not mug up social science. You have to understand the logical reasoning. Once you understand the reasoning, children, there is no need to mug up. I hope that you have enjoyed this session, children. Let us go to the next slide. This slide, children, gives us a very clear picture that the choice between STEM and the social sciences is really a false one. Yes, in future we are going to strengthen the need of social science for the future children, because through these slides you very well have understood how social science correlates to the other science. So the society has to really come out with the understanding of the false thing that Only STEM is the science that we have to, get conceptualized of, and leaving the social science aside. Society needs people trained in both. As I told you, both goes hand in hand, and I have given you n number of examples as well. So in order to formulate effective solutions for society and to understand the implications of those solutions, a mix of both STEM and social sciences will be required. Formulate effective solutions is what? Mixing science and social science together, where a child can understand. Without social science, we cannot stand alone in other sciences. He gets to know the importance, and whatever he becomes a product comprising of both the components, that is the science and the social science. So social science is already increasingly engaged in collaborative cross-disciplinary work in diverse fields such as engineering. I gave you example of engineering, the car theft one, medicine. I gave you example of the coronavirus and the hydrochlorine tablets. Computing, I gave you example of the cyber cell. Biology, I gave you example of the pathogens that were related to the Ebola virus. And mathematics. So in mathematics, only when your concept is clear, children, you can apply that particular formula into your sum. If you do not understand the formula, you cannot go to the solving of the sum. Okay, so it is clear that no subject area can stand alone, walled off from the outside. Walled off is kept away. So science cannot exist without social science, and that social science can play an important role in all the fields. So children, I hope you all have understood whatever I have told you, and you follow the steps and the guidelines that I have given you to make your subject easy, your social science easy, by questioning yourself, make yourself logical, ask reasons, put down the flowcharts or mind map, okay, or the tree map. You can do anything to get rid of the rote learning. I hope I have reached to you all in a very well mannered, children. The next slide. I hope, children, you have enjoyed the interaction session which we had just right now, taking a social science into consideration, where you learned how social science can impact not only your nature but you into a true human, and you into a cordial self as well. I hope you people have enjoyed this interactive session very well. Take care of yourselves and do revise whatever has been taught. Have a nice day, children. Thank you very much. This is your SST teacher, Shri Vidya Mutuvel, signing off on behalf of Sarad School. Stay well, stay healthy and fine. Thank you.